The first movie that I ever saw, Star Wars, one of them. My mom loved to watch Star Wars, and we watched it all the time as kids. Or How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I have a distinct memory of watching that when I was like between 3 and 5 years old, watching How the Grinch Stole Christmas in my first home as a kid. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was the first movie I thought I saw in theaters. It felt like this huge adventure, which it sort of was, because they were these shrunken kids in this giant world of the outdoors, which was just the front yard. But I don't know, to a kid that was really cool. I always loved adventure movies when I was a kid. Well, I mean, I still do. When I was a kid, I never really saw myself getting into theater. I was always much more into film and television and that sort of stuff. But I mean, I enjoyed theater. And the very first audition I had was actually auditioning for Juilliard. I thought that I was like, I don't know, king of the world, and I knew what I was doing. I mean, at the time I thought it was not bad. Obviously, looking back, I probably could have done a whole lot better. There's probably been more than one movie that's made me cry, but I'll start with Schindler's List. Well, I mean, that's the, that's the Holocaust. It doesn't get a lot heavier than that right there. And then I think there's a quote from somebody that works at Disney that says, we love characters who strive for more than just the goals of themselves. And I think that shows in Schindler's List. And that definitely gets to me. The romance in Up gets me every time, even though it's brief, because man, it kills me when she dies. But the moments that they have together with when they're younger and when they're older in Up are amazing. That movie always gets me too. The most difficult role that I've ever had were probably the two most recent roles that I've had for different reasons. The first one being Steve Culverhouse in The Glory of Living by Rebecca Gilman. And that was just emotionally, to get to specifically to the emotional point where Steve was, he was a survivor of a serial killer, and they got his girlfriend, but they didn't get him, and sort of the guilt and anger and sadness that he feels. He was a very complex guy, and trying to get myself there was, it was a workout, not literally, but sort of mentally, and it wasn't always fun. What I would say to the younger version, or to the younger me, if I could go back in time, was to, don't be scared of challenges, don't be scared of acting, get into it sooner. Do the work, don't be lazy, and continue to learn, continue to challenge yourself, continue to take risks and opportunities as they become available.